Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer race. I felt like doing a different intro, so hope you all enjoyed that one. Welcome, everyone. I am Wolfman2000, and I am going to be your guide through this mixed-up mushroom kingdom here. We have already 8 runners available for this race, but we can only show 4 of them here. We have Fonzoid, S-Diesel, Dark Shadows 59, and Macobra 52. And, Mew Mew fan, I was just trying to honor the Super Mario Bros. Super Show with that. Wasn't trying to scare anyone. I apologize if that did not work out well. So as far as what's going to happen, this is basically your traditional weekly randomizer race, where all the levels are mixed up, all the enemies inside are mixed up. Hammers can break locks for this week, so we're back to old school rules. But as much as we would like to enjoy the music, we have some runners that want to get going, so let's let them take off, shall we? Starting off with World 3, the Water World. And starting off with an appropriately themed water level, 4-4. Ah, nice, and Macobra is showcasing the random music feature. There are a number of flags that our runners have to maintain, but you know, having random Mario colors and randomized music, that is runner preference. And, by the way, Mew Mew fan, what I mean by old school rules, a lot of the randomizer races we've had so far, hammers can break the locks as well as the rocks. Vanilla, yes, hammers only break rocks. But technically we haven't had many runners use the hammers only break rocks flag set, though that actually did happen on a recent weekly. Wonder how many of the beta levels we also encountered on that one, but in this case, so far everyone's doing fine with... Excuse me, almost everyone was doing fine with 1.5 beta. Macobra, you surprised me with that piranha plant. So it looks like Fonzoid is going to get the early lead, followed closely by S-Diesel. Yeah, old school rando rules, that's what I was aiming for, thank you. And now the hand stage, in this case, Putaboo Place. All hand stages will give an item at the end. In this case, ooh, the Tanuki suit. Nice. Flight plus statue power. And immediately using it for the actual 1.5. Alright, I guess. Well, in this case, we got a preview and then the actual thing. Sure, we'll go with it. And DW edit, I don't think sliding into the Spinies is a good idea. That sounds kind of painful. Ooh, Dark Shadow stopping by the Toad House getting another Tanuki suit. Nicely done. But now, Fonzoid has found the first pipe, and Dark Shadow's found the first Spiny. Ouch. Ooh, okay. These pipes may be good, but Fonzoid is instead going into the immediate fortress, in this case, Treasure Palace, 7F1. While S-Diesel is taking the second overworld accessible pipe. And oh! One of the fortresses is going to break that lock. Question is, which one? S-Diesel is also going into Treasure Palace. Macobra taking a death from I couldn't tell what. And now seeing the bad news, has to find the correct fortress. Is it in Treasure Palace, or as Mew Mew Fan calls it, Fly Fort. I need to learn all your names at some point, Mew Mew Fan. It is not Fly Fort. It's the other one. Piranha Fort! We have an early required Piranha Fort, folks. Ender ZX is curious about the placement of everything. Yes, the pipes, the fortresses, the stages have all changed locations potentially. And in this case, they have changed to make things very difficult for our runners. Fonzoid, doing what he can, has made it to the final pipe. Now just has to... Oh boy, Hotfoots and Boo Diddley's already causing problems. It's a patience game. S-Diesel gets the bad news. And Macobra's about to get the bad news as well. In the meantime, Dark Shadows is stocking up. Not a bad idea. Alright, Fonzoid is now clear to go to the airship. But, uh-oh. Fonzoid, I don't know if going for that Hammer Brother was a good idea. If that was where I thought it was, then that means the bridges are going to go up. And that means Fonzoid is forced to play another level! And it... Oh no, 6-6. Ugh, no, not many like to play 6-6, taking the immediate death to the cheap. Smart play. Macobra now going through Piranha Fort, while Fonzoid is going into... Well, the airship's the same. Welcome to World 3A, folks. Alright, Dark Shadows is... Nope, kinda forgot where that pipe was, but able to easily fly again, has plenty of time. There it is, nicely done. S-Diesel has gotten through Piranha Fort. And Macobra following suit. And I missed how many hits Wendy took, but apparently it wasn't very quick. Or rather, it was very quick. Okay, one hit, excuse me. Getting slightly tripped up on my words here for a second. Apparently, so is the king. Alright, next world. World 1, the Grassland. No hammers have been found yet, so immediate fortress tip, in this case, Desert Fort. Fortunately, Desert Fortress isn't too bad right now, as Dark Shadows now enters Piranha Fort. No power-ups being used immediately if any are on hand, so has to take it carefully. Well, at least there are unlimited 1-ups if you can get that far. Alright, Macobra is on Wendy, and... confirmed! 2 hits. Okay, Mew Mew Fan... Spike Fort, thank you. I'm trying to learn all your different terms here. We'll coordinate it. Alright, there's the first power-up in Piranha Fort. As Fonzoid now enters 5-3. Will we see a Karibo shoe in this world? And if so, will our runners pick it up? Probably not. Ooh, Fire Snakes trying to lag things up a bit. But Fonzoid is trying to hurry. Getting that Fire Flower and being unable to use it, that's not a pleasant feeling. Now we have, Fire Chain Chomps that can easily go kaboom if you give them too much time, or just launch a fireball at them as well. That works too. Alright, S-Diesel is also done with the Desert Fort. And Dark Shadows is done with Piranha Fort, so able to move on. Alright, penultimate stage in World 1. The desert stage. Watch out for those tornadoes, folks. Alright, Fonzoid chose to jump early, and that seemed to work out well. Also, Baby Boss Bass is trying to cause problems, but not today. So Fonzoid has the star, and gets a mushroom out of it. Mew Mew fan, I technically think the Oasis fits 2-2 better, because there's actual water there. That's the desert tile that you're thinking of. Also, another vanilla airship. Larry takes 2 hits. So far, we have a bunch of 2-hitter quitters. Will we see stronger Koopa kids? Who knows? Have 5 more worlds to investigate that. Macobra doing very well to avoid Baby Boss Bass. S-Diesel trying to play this Hammer Bro encounter carefully. And gets it. World 4 is next, only one way to go. And interesting, okay, we know that the 2 pipes over there are useless, so the question becomes, is the immediate fortress valid? Well, at least we get an early Lakitu cloud, so let's see where this goes. Oh boy, Mew Mew fan, why don't you tell the folks what you think about the Dark Door Maze, because that's what we've encountered. So the Dark Door Maze is 2 layers of fort with multiple doors going in between. I personally do not call it that, but to each their own. Still, Fonzoid able to make quick decisions and able to make the most efficient use of that P-switch timer. And unfortunately, we have to go to the other side of the map. In this case, that fort was pointless. So now, what is in here? We have 3-2. Well, it's a water tile, close enough. We'll take it. Fonzoid hoping to skip the platforms. Well, has to hop on that one, but gets the cheap bounces and in. Macobra now in the Dark Door Maze, getting a quick power-up. Pootaboos mean nothing. Alright, we know those 2 pipes up there are pointless, so where do we have to go? Okay, one more stage to go, and it is 1-4. For those familiar with the vanilla game, you may notice that Fonzoid is just moving at their own pace. That is because auto-scrollers have been removed from all but 2 stages. I know our runners don't want to encounter either one, but perhaps our folks at home wish to, see them and watch our runners have a bit of a struggle. More Hammer Bro encounters? Ooh, P-Wing along the way. If that Hammer Bro gets trapped behind the fortress, which in this case is the Super Tanks, then that means our runners will be short a P-Wing for emergencies. But, ooh, Rocky Wrench getting a surprise attack on. But fortunately, Fonzoid still had some power-ups, so Boom Boom goes down. Dark Shadows in World 1 airship, thinking about that mushroom, good idea. Most runners like to have at least one power-up on hand. Chat, you know what to say. World 4 airship. And again, lack of auto-scrollers means that one is easy to deal with. Oh, and in this case, Iggy is earthquaking. 4 hits worth. So, not the super thick as some people say, but we're getting there. The Cobra gets the P-Wing, now in Super Tanks. And Dark Shadows is about to learn the potential bad news. Runners are already guessing what the next world will be. We see 5, we see 2. And 2 is correct. Siberian Bull, get your points that may not matter much. As we now enter, I want to say this is 3-4? It's 3-4 or 3-5. I remember that much. But in this case, it's a bit of an enemy slogfest early on. Now just has to watch out for Lakitu at the end, but everything should be good. Ooh, S-Diesel overshooting the pipe, but alright, we're good there. And Fonzoid now in, I guess effectively, the beta version of 3.4. This could be the beta version of 7.3, though. Yeah, we'll say it's 7.3 beta for now. Fortunately, it's rather quick if you know what you're doing. Dark Shadow's going for the penultimate P-switch run. Not going to get the quick cycle. And, ooh, that's an interesting lock setup. Fonzoid is going to take the pipe. I had missed the exact locations. Just going to bypass the fort, I think. Possibly good choice. That is 7-6. We have the potential for a clip here. As long as you are Super Mario, if you time your jump just right, then you can basically hit your head on the ceiling and then clip onto the upper tile. Or you just go in and complete the stage normally, or you take an intentional death. So in this case, Fortress or not? Or fly. Why not? Fonzoid did get the P-Wing, and you could just fly over the stage. Certainly a decent fallback strategy. And, oh boy, Dark Shadows got caught in a Hammer Bro trap. Alright, fortunately gets out unscathed. And Fonzoid had 2 Lakitu clouds and just immediately goes off to the next airship, which in this case is World 6's airship. There is a minor reprieve. Macobra goes into the fort. What was missed? The ground fort of World 5. Fonzoid may have made the correct choice. And Mew Mew fan, if you want to know who rolled this seed, I did. Alright, Morton Koopa Jr. jumping normally. Takes 5 hits though, but with flat ground, yeah, it's not going to make much of a difference. Alright, S-Diesel getting through. Uh-oh, watch out for those fire bros! I spoke a little too soon. Alright, fortunately this is what power-ups are for. Missed the tail swipe, but at least recovers quickly. Next world! Mew Mew fan wanted 5, but instead it's World 6. Early pipe though, so we may get lucky. And maybe not. In this case, a vanilla rock blocks the way, and we have 2 fortresses on site. As we start off with 6-4, and I did not see what Fonzoid get hit with. Macobra skipping the quicksand, and Fonzoid, unfortunately, not able to skip past this stage, has to try again. Getting the Tanuki tail on hand early, not a bad strategy. Now, S Diesel has encountered 7-6, gets the clip second try, nice! Able to save a P-Wing that way. Macobra dealing with Morton Koopa Jr., and its big mouth is now permanently taken out. First fort of World 6 is the Sky Lava Fort, aka F2 in World 5. Ooh, nice dodge of the dry bones, trying to keep up P-speed. Ooh, nice run, and avoids the Boo Diddley at the end. Oh, S-Diesel tripped and fell in the lava, though. Has to be careful. I understand why S-Diesel's trying to do this, but in this case, it's technically not necessary. Now, this lock... Well, that fortress did something. We don't know what yet. So Fonzoid is going to head into 6-10 instead. Gets a leave. That certainly helps a little bit. Probably not going to go for the power-up that's in there. We need both the P-switch and a Fire Flower in order to take advantage of it. Alright, S-Diesel going to temporarily stop at the coin chip. Will he also skip what's on the quicksand tile? Okay, Boomerang avoided. We are good. And Fonzoid has plenty of stars to go around. Alright, Fonzoid going to skip that right now. DW Edit asks if that would have been a good time for Music Box. I don't know. I don't see a lot of runners use the Music Boxes unless it's very late, when Hammer Bros aren't necessarily, they just waste time more than anything. Keep in mind, based off of the current flag sets, you may have noticed that the end card game is not in play. So, Hammer Bros are kind of a good way to get power-ups right now. Alright, Fonzoid is going back to that fort, and it's World 1. So, this one's going to be interesting. If Fonzoid goes for the item, which he does, then at least we know that this one cannot be a required fort. So that means that bridge could be permanently busted for Fonzoid, as in not able to be repaired. But if that was that bridge, then Fonzoid could have saved some time right then and there. Instead, having to go around to 2-1 the Mortar Motorway. So in this case, the motorway is filled with giant Troopas this time. And apparently one of them didn't have the right of way. Cobra, curious about which fort to go to, ends up going to Sky Fort first. So DW Ed is curious about the, if getting an item is able to break a lock or build a bridge. The answer is no. Even in the randomizer rule set, it makes no difference. You have to defeat Boom Boom in order to cause action. Fonzoid now in what I believe is 5-3 beta. I mean, it's 5-3 beta or 3-9 beta. It's one of the two, because I do see water in here, but either way, it's... Ooh, Blooper trying to get in on the action. For those of you that want to mess with this randomizer, a link to both the randomizer itself and the Discord have been provided. Fonzoid continuing on. There is 6-3. Has to be careful. Okay, the brick is not going to cause a problem. S-Diesel just moving on right now, ignoring both forts. This could be costly. We do not know what is at the other end yet. Now, Macobra, interesting, did not go for the item. We will get to see if that Boom Boom is actually guarding anything important, while Fonzoid is going for the army stage right now. Alright, Macobra cannot tell yet. While Dark Shadows has entered 5-7, I don't recall seeing that on our path. Now remember, folks, Fortress 1F will not guard anything. It'll only be an optional thing. Ooh, an army providing a hammer suit. And oh boy, Macobra may have just taken not an exact lead, but is catching up because Warp Fort was guarding the bridge. In the meantime, Fonzoid has taken care of the water fort. Well, the water door maze. And yes, Eternal September, this is Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer. And in this case, Fonzoid has clear access, so enjoy the World 7 airship. And Macobra taking an interesting path, going to... that is 2-5, I believe. And yes, viral infection, we do have a race right now. A race between technically 8 people, but 4 featured runners. Please give them a follow if you haven't already. And Fonzoid with the excellent Fire Bros strats. Macobra able to just barrel on through. And it's... oh well. Minor thing. Ooh, Rocky Wrench landing the hits today. And Eternal September, there are technically 2 levels that are not that still have their auto-scrolling just due to chaos. Fonzoid entering the first fort in World 7, which in this case is the first ice fort in World 6. Well, not the pure ice fort, but you get the idea. So that means Sky World is going to be the penultimate world today. Fonzoid passing up on a Starman, but gets another one. We're gonna have a quick Boom Boom kill here. And just like that, there you go. Now, I did not see what that broke, but again, Fonzoid probably just took care of the fortress for safety. And in the meantime, 5-5 is on screen. S-Diesel going through the door maze successfully. Dark Shadows trying to play carefully. Ooh, Poodoo Boo almost said hi. And taking the safety approach. No, the Poodoo Boo scared him, and Dark Shadows landed on the Boo Diddley. Has to go back. Fonzoid trying to figure out this pipe maze. Lots of pipes on the top aisle. Now sent to the bottom. Sees the fort. Goes for it anyway. Here is your more traditional water fortress, folks. 3F2. Macobra's trying to catch up. Dark Shadows now more equipped to handle the end stretch here. nose of the Boo Diddleys and the crossing Pootaboos. There we go. Alright, Fonzoid managed to swim quite well. Boom Boom is 1, 2, 3. And already we are preparing a countdown for remaining forts on Mew Mew Fan's side. It may be possible that we don't see all of them. And okay, that bottom left aisle is also filled with pipes. One of them has to take us to the end. No, that's the bad one. That's not the end I was talking about. Let's try that one. Well, we get a Toad House, but Fonzoid isn't interested. Now, at the very least, Fonzoid has a clear path, assuming we can find the right pipe. That'll do. No cloud to skip over, so time for split decision, 5-2. Gets a good bounce, and at least able to... No, oh, no, no, no! That's surprisingly hard to hold, by the way. Dark Shadows now going through 2-1. Fonzoid showing us the sewer route. Filled with enemies, but fortunately able to get through. Ooh, wait a second, did I miss Macobra suddenly jump over to Ludwig? Holy moly, I did. I had actually missed the airship that was there. I was so enraptured by the sewer path that I had completely missed Macobra taking the lead amongst our featured 4. And thanks to Fonzoid, we can confirm it was the World 2 airship. That is embarrassing of me, folks. I apologize. So now Macobra has taken the short lead. But let's see how World 5 ends up for our runners. Oh boy! Well, we start with in the Navy, where we can rando all the time. In the Navy, where getting PBs are sublime. In the Navy, where stopping boss bass ain't the crime. In the Navy, in the Navy. And Boom Boom hates the Navy, so, get wrecked. In this case, we have a fort guarding, 3-9 guarding another fort. So in this case, our progression is interesting for World 5 today. I'm curious about if we are going to see the full military. And, Eternal September, no, this randomizer is not new. At least, you know, it's been around for a bit. And no Chibato, no, we do not have to worry about that. Mew Mew fan, there's your Air Force! We have the full military ensemble tonight. Dark Shadows passing on... Nope, getting that power up. Nope, then passing on it again. S Diesel trying to figure out this pipe maze. Very close to the right one. Alright, there is our bridge for Macobra. Now it's just a matter of getting through the rest of World 5. And, oh boy, 6-5 with Patui's guarding the power-up pipe. S Diesel now in 5-2. Will he get Sky or Sewers? He gets Sky. Now, Fonzoid with the news about which way to go. Choosing to skip 6-5, didn't know the stage, but that's an excellent decision, as Fonzoid falls into the Paradox Pipe. That's the correct one! And 7-1, which means if you have a mushroom or better, try to make the clip. There we go, clip achieved. S-Diesel went for the frog suit. Didn't make it all the way to the end, though. So right now, Fonzoid has the lead again. As we now take care of the World 5 airship. Macobra also taking Paradox Pipe, that's the correct one today. But Macobra skipping 7-1 while Fonzoid, trapped by Roy. Earthquaking Koopas are not a good thing. Whoa, nice dodge. And I think that's a 4-hit Quaker. Let's double check on Macobra's side. That's 2. That's 3. Uh-oh, getting stunned. No, it's an actual 5-hitter. But both Fonzoid and Macobra made it. We are as DW had just said, we basically have a race. But there are 4 additional runners not on stream that could very well snipe this. Starting off with a required fort. I don't know what some people call this one. This is 6F3. Mew Mew fan, I'd like your nickname for this one, please. Dark Shadows going through the Piranha stage. Ooh, Macobra doesn't like this one either. Okay, Mew Mew fan, you're gonna have to explain Carpet Fort to me on this one. I can understand maybe Conveyor Fort, but do you mean the booze on the white sheets? Are those the carpets? Okay, Fonzoid almost lost control of Boom Boom, but manages to save it. No visible lock broken on Fonzoid's side. So, let's see where this takes us. Oh my gosh! World 8 is free, folks! Already has the hammer suit equipped! What is this? And Macobra is trying to catch up. And oh no, the Boo Diddley took out the hammer suit! That means Macobra is technically back in the lead. And Macobra with the knowledge of using the hammers on the Boo Diddleys. Right now Macobra has the advantage, even though Fonzoid is going to encounter Bowser Koopa first. Oh no! Fonzoid fell in the lava at the last possible moment. Is there another hammer suit? Yes, Fonzoid has one more chance. Macobra now going across. Gets through. Bowser Koopa is down. I have to wait for the official SRL time to come through to see if Macobra gets it or if sniped by someone off stream. Fonzoid trying to catch up. SRL time locked. Macobra is your winner in first place, 38-26. Get your GGs out in chat, folks, because this was certainly an interesting seed to go through. Fonzoid is now taking care of Bowser. Lost the hammer suit along the way. Oh boy, this one, what a seed. And while I'm trying to take care of quick volume setup here, and Fonzoid is trying to hurry on through the door. Timing is everything. Oh boy, Fonzoid managed to get in at 39-17, just ahead of our off-stream runner, Paraduck64 with 39-26. This race is extremely competitive here, folks. Darkwing Drake, as far as how that strategy... oh, wait, hold on, folks, unexpected development here. Okay, so, due to the rules of SRL, if a runner feels like something wasn't timed right or whatever, they are allowed to undone from the race and then redone. This technically means that Fonzoid's new official SRL time is 40:11, which means Paraduck's got second in the end. I appreciate the sportsmanship amongst our runners, though. Fonzoid is going to pass on an interview right now. We're trying to get Macobra in at least. Alright, Darkwing Drake, let me try to explain that because I didn't have a chance early on. So, Bowser's hitbox in Mario Bros. 3 is kinda wonky. Only the actual face is damage worthy. You can actually hug Bowser all you want. In the All-Star version, Bowser has basically shown why touching is no good. So, again, just to explain what happened on Fonzoid's side. Fonzoid apparently messed up a split somewhere, and so chose to undone from the race and redone in the interest of trying to have fairness. Excuse me. So again, I applaud Fonzoid for going for sportsmanship on this. That's important. Though sometimes, you know, you just gotta get a victory, and here's our first place winner, Macobra. GG.
GG.
So I'm sure you probably have some words for me on that seed.
Well, kind of on the long side and lacking on the hammers. So yeah, not the best of seeds, but it's interesting.
Well, I bet you were at least happy that World 8 was the closest equivalent of World 3 we've had all seed.
Yeah, that was amazing. I was like, wow, that's the best World 3 ever since we started running the beta. Wow. That's crazy. So I'm not even sure how I won this what happened exactly?
Okay, so you and Fonzoid were actually going back and forth, different routes on occasion, different usage of power-ups, including the Lakitu Clouds and the P-Wings. And ultimately, it was extremely close with, oh! You know what, Fonzoid, I didn't think you were actually able to make it, though. Perhaps, if you're here, do you want to explain some of your thoughts on this race? And while Fonzoid's getting set up, basically, Fonzoid had entered Bowser's Castle first, lost the hammer suit due to the Boo Diddley that S Diesel just took out on my end here.
Okay, yeah.
And then fell in the lava right at the end.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. But again, it was very close between the two of you, but again, Fonzoid, can you hear us now?
My first guess would have been World 6 when I beat the World 1 before to control cut pipe and skip all those levels. I was thinking that would have contributed.
I need you to say that again, Macobra.
The World 6, the 1-1 fork, the 1-1 fork, playing that level and taking the shortcut pipe.
Yeah. That was a smart decision on your part. Fonzoid got the item, I believe, and so missed out on the shortcut.
Okay, yeah, because I knew it wasn't required since it was World 1 Fortress. I mean, it required as far as progression, but it was pretty much a gamble as far as build a bridge or breaking the lock. So I took that chance and it paid off.
Yeah, in that case, your foresight managed to work out well for you. And then it was just, it was a very good race between the two of you. I know.
That's awesome.
I know I enjoyed it. I know the folks at home enjoyed it. Speaking of the race, we had a 4th place finisher off stream, Ibuba7 with 41.55. S Diesel just got 5th, 45.25. And now Dark Shadows is trying to get through this clip. I didn't think you had many problems with the clips, but for the newer folks here, at what point do you say, alright, just go through 7-1?
Probably after like 20-30 attempts, I'd say.
I think Dark Shadows had...
just can't get it for some reason.
Yeah, I think Dark Shadows went to the 20-30 attempts there. So going through normally. But do you have any other thoughts on this one?
I mean, not the best to see as far as items and like the length, but level wise, I didn't see too many problematic ones. Neither the Explorer showed up 7-5, stayed hidden in 6-6.
I'm surprised.
7-2's first fort we found.
I'm surprised you aren't complaining about 7F2.
Yeah, very first sport right there. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I just played like I normally do.
Alright, S Diesel has chosen to decline an interview, folks. And unfortunately, we are dealing with minor technical issues on Fonzoid's side. Hopefully we can get him to speak soon. No guarantees here.
Yeah, it could be Discord servers acting up or something.
I mean, anything can happen. Joys of technologies. And Ibooba, we're doing what we can, but certain things are beyond our control here. Also, Claris has finished in 6th place, 47-40. There are two... Go ahead.
Yeah, shout-outs to a very, very nice turnout tonight. We have like 8 or 9 racers, I think, this week. Or this first Saturday.
Yeah, we had 8 runners today. The final 2, Herbaceous Meteor and Dark Shadows 59.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome, man. Those races I'd like to see.
And now Dark Shadows is in effectively the penultimate fort. Whether you call it Carpet Fort, Elevator Fort, or just the annoying Ice World Fort. Yeah. At least we had that Starman partway through. But oh no, that was the crazy Hotfoot!
Ouch. Yeah, I always aim for the left side, just in case, there's something down waiting for me.
I really wish the, Hot Feet were, I don't know, colored differently, or some sort of indication to differentiate between the ones that respect your looking and the ones that just don't care.
Yeah, maybe change it to blue or something.
and yes, I boob. Who else do you think normally rolls these seeds on Saturday? Just give it a few weeks. Hopefully, anyone that wants to help with restreaming or seed rolling, by all means, get in contact with me. I am in the SMB3R Discord. And anyone that wants to commentate as well, by all means, we welcome volunteers, so come on in. Alright, Dark Shadows is now in Bowser Koopa's castle. I have not seen anything on Herbaceous Meteor's side. I want to keep this as clean as possible. But yeah, it's... So, I'm guessing you've had a chance to at least run many of the different flag set variations so far, Macobra. This is our, I guess, the traditional one with this beta set. Which one is your favorite so far?
This one. I like being able to break blocks with hammers, in case you get those trolley worlds that you have to pretty much reverse the whole thing to beat it.
And you're fine with the end card game not being available?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good safety for newer runners, but here, I mean, you can pretty much rely on like Hammer Brothers and Peach's Letters and turn out just fine, more than likely. And it's one thing to keep track of what cards are what.
And with what is an apparent upset, Dark Shadows 59 is in not last place, 5108. Get your GGs out in chat for that. Dark Shadow's one of our newer runners and is certainly proving that he can handle the craziness that is SMB3R. Alright. Such a finish deserves specialty music here, so let's put that on now. Give it a few moments here. Let's see if we can get Dark Shadows in for an interview. Dark Shadows, GG on that one.
Thanks. Can someone explain to me how I can miss the 7-1 clip, and yet I get that crazy clip in 8 Fortress?
I don't know, but it certainly helped in the end. You managed to defeat Herbaceous Meteor by 1 minute 6 seconds, and that's our final position, folks. But yeah, walk us through this seed, please.
Well, starting from the back, that World 8, I've never had a more free World 8.
Everyone was surprised by the free World 8.
Yeah, this was a decent season for us. I actually haven't had the opportunity to play SMB3 Randomizer in a little while. And it was pretty friendly. There was no boss bass, to my surprise.
Yeah, I didn't see a boss pass neither. That's
Wait,
surprising.
you're right. There was no boss bass. What happened?
The closest we had, I saw some big ones in the water, but they weren't the om nom nom boss basses.
Oh, those are Big Berthas.
Guess our mascot wanted to take a break.
But I had on the intro slide, Boss Bass is going to try to eat. But Boss Bass didn't show up. What did I do?
You scared him away.
I never scare Boss Bass away. Oh my gosh.
We did a full quad though. That's true.
All of the military seeds had shown up, or all the military stages had shown up, as well as the Piranha Fort, which fellow Randomizer fan, Mew Mew fan, considers the full quint.
Yeah, I was surprised I was managed to make it through there with no power-ups.
Hey, kudos for that, because that is not an easy feat for anyone to do. But yeah, it's just I mean, it was a very challenging seed, and you managed to, you know, kick its butt here. Be proud of that.
I was surprised on World 4 for the airship, though. One of the airships that I like to use a P-Wing on is the, I believe it's World 6. Where there's that tall section that you can just fly over, and I just guessed on the P-Wing on it and hit it right on. So, that made me a bit happy.
Was that 7F1? When you had to fly through?
Do it.
When you had to fly to reach the end?
Unfortunately, I don't remember the exact order, so I don't think I can help on that one.
And it was the dark blue ship that I ended up hitting on. Anyway, as I said, I liked this seed. It was a good seed to get back into.
Well, glad that I was able to help with that at least. Any final thoughts, assuming that Discord doesn't swallow it?
As much as we don't like Boss Bass, I kind of wanted to see him again. I missed our mascot.
Yeah, same here.
We'll do what we can. Maybe I actually need to be temporarily suspended from seed rolling because apparently I rolled too good of one.
No, you did fine, Wolf.
No, Siberian Bull is probably gonna keep me on seed rolling duty for a bit. You know what, Siberian Bull, feel free to hop in next time and I'll teach you the arts of generating the runs that our runners go for. Speaking of runners, please give it up for our featured four, Fonzoid, S Diesel, Dark Shadows 59, and Macobra 52. Please give them a follow if you haven't already. So, yeah. What a race, folks. What a race.